चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। So we are studying Chandogya Upanishad, 7th section, correct? So we saw Akhyayika, it started with a story. What is the story? That once upon a time, Brahmaji announced that there is Atma, which is Apahatapatma, Vijaraha, Vimrutyuhu, Vishokaha, Vijigatsaha, Apipasaha, Satyakamas, Satyasankalpaha, Saha Anveshtavyaha. He announced, Sa Vijijñāsitavyaha, Sa Sarvanscha Lokan Apnoti, Sarvanscha Kaman Yastam Atmanam Anuvidya Vijanati iti Ha Prajapati Ruvacha. He announced that there is a self, right, Atman, which one has to know. So after the announcement, person to person they were hearing. So they had a sabha, devatas and asuras. Both of them thought Brahmaji's announcement, we should utilize this announcement, so we should go and learn from Brahmaji Brahma Vidya. This is about Atman. So who representatives? They, Indra from among the devatas and Virochana from asuras, both of them went to Prajapati. Tadubhaye devasura anububudire te hochuhu antah tam atmanam anvechamo yam atmanam anvishya sarvanscha lokan apnoti sarvanscha kamaniti indrohaiva devanam aviprabhavraja virochana asurana tauha asamvidano eva samitpani prajapati sakasham ajagmatuhu. Samitpani also we forgot to tell about this point. Asamvidano eva means without knowing to each other. Other person doesn't know that this fellow also is going. Suddenly they met there. So we saw yesterday Samitpani means with faggots in the hand, indicating that we have come here and to learn here. Now, that means what here? Beautifully, Shankaracharya mentions that both of them have given up their hatred, etc., and they stayed there. And when Brahmaji, they went there. So what happened? Then Brahmaji saw them. Tauha, third mantra. Tauha Dvatrimshatam Varshani Brahmacharyamushatuhu Tauha Prajapatiruvacha Kimichanto Astam Iti Kimichonto, ne? Kimichonto Astamiti Tauho Chatuho Ya Atma Apahata Papma Vijaro Vimrutyuho Vishoko Vijigatso Pipasaha Apipasaha. It is not Pipasa. Apipasaha. Vijigatso Pipasaha Satyakamas Satyasankalpaha So Anveshtavyaha Sa Vijignya Sonveshtavyaha Saha Anveshtavyaha Sa Vijignyasitavyaha Sa Sarvanscha Lokanapnoti Sarvanscha Kaman Yastam Atmanam Anuvidya Vijaniyatiti Bhagavato Vacho Vedayante Tamichanto Avastamiti. Now, these two, they lived for 32 years. Brahmaji did not talk. 32 years they lived in celibacy. I don't know whether it is 32 years of human years or divine years. वो तो देवता लोग हैं, उनका टर्म अलग होता है. Anyway, but whatever it is, 32 years, the feeling of 1 year is same for devatas and manushyas. Feeling is same. That is the time. So 32 years. So here they said after 32 years. Means what? The tradition says the teacher will not give Upadesha immediately as you check into your room, throw your bags, wash your face without bath, jump like a monkey before Guru and ask, what is Atman? Guru? This is not like that. We gate crash. We take appointment. 5 o'clock I will come to ask a question. Are you available, Swami? On WhatsApp. And then they come, then they ask, what is Brahman? ऐसा नहीं होता है. So therefore, one does not get teaching from the Guru immediately. It is not possible. So therefore, Guru has to study the disciple, analyze the disciple, observe the disciple, think. In Prashnoparshad also, no, the teacher did not give immediately. Samvatsaram Vatsyata, go and stay for 1 year, he said. Afterwards, if I know the truth, I will explain to you. But why don't you ask questions first? Basar, take questions from us first. Keep the questionnaire with you. Because we stay 1 year and after 1 year we will ask questions, you will say, I don't know. 1 year waste ho gaya hamara. देखिए, they understood that no. 1 year they stayed, for example. बट गुरु पहले प्रश्न तो ले लो, पहले देख लो कि जवाब कर पाओगे कि नहीं। जवाब दे सकते हैं तो हम 1 साल रहेंगे, बेकार में 1 साल रहने रुकने के बाद यहाँ पे आपके यहाँ आश्रम में फिर आप कहोगे कि मुझे नहीं मालूम, फिर हम कहाँ जाएं? ऐसा नहीं बोला। The Guru did not even encourage them to ask questions. It's very strict, I tell you. Guru Shishya Parampara is very tough, traditionally. Therefore, because if you teach without judging, without analyzing, without understanding the disciple, what may happen is, you may be creating a buddhi bheda in disciple. Why? If you are not prepared, if you are not well cooked, before you mix up dal and sabji in the cooked rice to be cooked, no? Then only I can add. So you get cooked first. Very essential. So therefore, they misunderstand Vidya and they spread it. Knowledge can be misunderstood. Therefore, the first important thing is that the student should stay in Brahmacharya ashram as a observe Brahmacharya, serve Guru, observe Gurukula Vasa methods, and serve Guru Patni, and that is Guru Ma. Everybody has to live like this for some time. Then what happens is, each Shishyas understand Guru and Guru understands students. Guru understands about disciples, he is studying them. Who eats more, who eats less, who is caring what, who is not giving importance to what. Some disciple, may not give importance to physical health, attacked by spirituality. One brahmacharya ko aise hi hua tha. Long back, during 80s, I think. Siddhabadi mein. Atma sun liya bahut baar. He got attack of spiritual attack. He started walking onto the icy mountains of the Oladhar ranges. He was tried. पता नहीं ब्रह्मचारी गायब आश्रम से. They don't know where he went. So after 4 days, that Yol camp army was doing some work on the mountain. They found one white brahmachari clothes पड़ा हुआ वहाँ पे पहाड़ में कहीं बेहोश. तो उसको उठा के इलाज करा के looks like brahmachari of some ashram. पूछताछ करने के बाद they found that this brahmachari is from Siddhavari ashram. So they brought to Gurudev, him to Gurudev. Gurudev said, you are not fit for Vedanta, go home. जब गुरु के सामने पूछ ज़्यादा हिलाते हैं ना, गुरु क्या करेगा? पूछ वो काट देता है. You will not teach Brahma Vidya. You should well cooked first. Then you will add sabji to it, dal to it, well cooked. Then you can grasp it. So therefore, otherwise what will happen? If there is no rapport created between Guru and Shishya also should observe Guru. Guru's lifestyle. What does Guru like? What does Guru doesn't like? What is his behavior? So, thus observing each other, they stayed for 32 years. 32 years mein they observed Brahmacharyam. After that, they met Brahmaji. Then he asked them, देखो क्यों आए मेरे पास? तब पूछ रहे थे 32 years के बाद. देखिए, he asked what? He said, my dear, tauh dvatrimshat varshatem brahmacharyam ushatahu tauh prajapati ruvacha. Then Prajapati asked, Kimichanto astamiti? Desiring what did you come here? For what purpose you have stayed here? Astam stayed. अरे 32 साल हम स्टे किया इधर और बाद में पूछ रहे हो को, अब पूछ रहे हो को why did you stay? Unfair, no? भाई वेदांत चाहिए, ब्रह्म विद्या चाहिए, you should surrender to Guru. Whatever Guru says, you should totally surrender. Whatever Gurudev used to say, we used to surrender. No means no, yes means yes. First thing is, you means we should give up our individuality before Guru. I don't exist, Guru alone exists. Whether it is correct or wrong, I will not analyze. Whatever my Guru says, that is final. That's it. Is it Moda Bhakti? No, discipline first. Then Guru will bring you to a level of dialogue. Arjun को भी भगवान कृष्ण in the first impact of Bhagavad Gita, when he said Kutastva Kashmalavidam Vishame Samapastitam Manargishtam Asvargyam Akirtikaram Arjuna, slowly Arjuna was brought to a level of dialogue. From 3rd chapter onwards, he started participating in discussion. Though 2nd chapter, he started participating. Only one question he asked after beginning impact of Gita. Sita Prajnasya ka bhasha. After the initial impact. So therefore, here he says that, sir, why did you stay here? They said, sir, we have stayed here because you announced, we have heard your announcement. They replied, you made announcement. In Sabha, Vijaraha, Vimurtyo, Vishokaha, Vijigatso, Avipasaha, Satcha Kamaha, Satcha Sankalpaha, So Anveshtavyaha, So Vijigyasitavyam iti, Sa Sarvan Kaman Apnoti. Mantra is there, no? You announced, no? That announcement you made. So therefore, Bhagavato Vacho Vedayante. Bhagavato Vacho Vedayante means good people Vedayante know this teaching of Bhagavataha, your venerable self. Shankara Bhashya. Good people know about that your teaching, about Atman, about Brahman. They are replying now with Virochana and Indra, replying to Brahmaji's question. Why are you here? Why did you spend time here 32 years? Therefore, that self which is Vijaraha, Vimurtyo, Vishokaha, that which is self is there, to know that self, we have stayed here. Tam ichchantau, desiring for that self. We stayed here. How many years? 32 years. We stayed, sir. So Acharya Shankara says here, Yadyapi Prag Prajapatehe Samipagamanat Anyonyam Ishyayuktau Abhutam Tathapi Vidya Prapti Prayojana Gaurava Chaktaraga Dvesha Moha Irshyade Dosho Eva Bhutva Oshatahu Brahmacharyam Prajapatau. Now don't search for the Bhashya. क्या कहते हैं? यद्यपि प्राक प्रजापते समीपागमनात्, even though before they reached Prajapati, Prajapate Samipa Agamanat, before they reached, they came nearer to Prajapati. Anyonyam means among between these two, who? Indra and Virochana, Irsha Yuktau. They were associated, they were yoked with, they were having Irsha, jealousy of each other. Abhutam. Tathapi Vidya Prapti Prayojana Gauravat. Vidya Prapti you want, Vidya Prapti Prayojana Gauravat. What is the Prayojana of Vidya Prapti? Giving up all the hatred, etc., etc. So, you know, after gaining the knowledge of Brahman, there will not be any hatred and all. So, before gaining the knowledge of Brahman, start displaying those qualities. Because you want to reach Brahman. Not that after I reach Brahman, I will practice. ऐसा नहीं होता है. So, there is a Gaurav Bhav. So, this is the quality. For example, I am a chatterbox. Example. I am a chatterbox. Then I go to a ashram, some ashram. There the board is written, maintain silence. Though I am a chatterbox, because I respect that ashram, I will start practicing mauna. I cannot say that I am not the inhabitant of this ashram, therefore I did not practice before maintaining silence, therefore how can I keep quiet silence? Only when I stay after 20 years in the ashram, maybe I have developed the ability to keep quiet for some time, at least in a day. Otherwise I am new entrant. I think this rule is not applicable to me. ऐसा नहीं होगा. So what I do? I have a respect towards Acharya, I have a respect towards ashram, so I live that rule, is it not? It's a beautiful thing. So, Vidya Prapti Prayojana Gauravat Tyakta Raga Dvesha Moha Irshya Doshaha. They are renounced, Raga Dvesha Irshya Adi Ityadi doshas are there, false, both of them are renounced. Eva Bhutva Oshatahu Brahmacharyam Prajapatav. They stayed there in the presence of Prajapati. They stayed. So, 32 years he stayed. Then Prajapati asked them. Then what? Next mantra, fourth mantra. Tauha Prajapatiruvacha Yayesho Kshini Purusho Drishyata. Why you are not chanting properly today? There is some laziness in chanting. Tauha Prajapatiruvacha Yaha Eshaha Akshini Purusho Drishyata Yesha Atma Iti Hovacha Etadamrutam Abhayam Etad Brahmeti Atha Yoyam Bhagavopsu Parikhyayate Yascha Ayam Adarshe Katamayesha iti Yeshavu Yeveshu Sarveshvanteshu Parikhyayata iti hovacha. Now what did they want? See, they wanted to know, the teaching is now in this section. Section means not 8th section I am talking, 7th section I am talking, between 7th and 12th. I will give you the brief of the teaching. How the teaching is going to be? The teaching is going to be in the lines of Mandukya Upanishad. Similar things. The track, the route is taken by Prajapati, same route. Okay. What is that teaching? This Atman, the self, to know which you people came. The teaching is going to be like this, step by step, not at once. The methodology we will see. The teaching is going to be that this Atman is other than the body, the Shariratraya, Stula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira, Anyaha. Sharirat, meaning it is, what are three Sharirams? Three Sharirams are Jadaswarupam, Atma is Chaitanyam. So Vilakshanaha. Atma is but this teaching, the method is very interesting method. So, you have heard, therefore it is said, okay, it is understood, Atman is Vilakshanaha, the three Shariras are this Vilakshana. No, but they have gone, they don't know anything. So they have to be led to that understanding that Atman is devoid of or free from or above Stula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira and Karana Sharira. So, the three Sharirams are first Jadaswarupam, three Shariras are Drushya, Atma is Drukrupam, Atma is witness, Sakshi, and three Shariras are Savikalpam. Savikalpam means subject to division, subject to change. Atma is Nirvikalpam. And three bodies have a shape and size. Savikara, Vikara, not shape and size, Vikara. Atma is Nirvikaram. And finally what? Three Shariras are Mithya Rupam. Atma is Satya Rupam. Now, this has to be led, for which meditation is important. Meditation, again, I am not asking you to formally sit and meditate, fight with the mind. Shravana Manana, yesterday evening visa, day before yesterday evening visa, Shravana Manana Nididhyasana mein, Shravana Manana will remove, Avarana Bhanga karta hai, Avarana will be removed, and Nididhyasana will help in removing Vikshepa. We saw yesterday and day before yesterday 2 days exhaustively on this subject. So, therefore, here what is going to be teaching is, what is happening now? Even though Atman is separate from all these three, it's a mixed up. Anyonya adhyasa ke karan. Because of mutual superimposition, that also will come in the evening, I think, today. Anyonya adhyasa. So therefore, what is it now? When this Atman is identified with, I am going to give you the track of this teaching. I am talking on that. So I am not deviating. How the Brahmaji teaches them first, step by step. And how Indra will spend 101 years totally for this teaching. This is a story. Story come teaching. So 101 साल आप जिएंगे भी नहीं. इसलिए हमको टुकड़ा टुकड़ा करके कई जन्मों में हाँ जी, एक तो 101 वर्ष तक क्लास चलती रही. क्लास चलती रही. क्या चलती रही माने बहुत अभी भैया सीक्रेट क्या बोलना अभी पहले. तो 101 साल के बाद उसको ज्ञान मिलेगा. आप देखिए, नाउ दिस आत्मन फर्स्ट वी आर identified with Stula Sharira, we are given called Vishwa. Right? Sharitrayam, no? When Atman is identified with Sukshma Sharira, the title is called Taijasa. We become Mr. Taijas or Miss Taijas. Taijasa. When Atman is identified with Sushupti or Karana Sharira, it is called Prajna. Now see. So, same Atman, it is not three. Same Atman, one by one identifying. Imagine, I am witnessing, Vishwa state is rolled over my consciousness. And goes off. Tejasa, dream state will come. The Naibim called as Tejasa. That goes off. Now, for example, I am sitting here. A red film comes in front of me. Then I will become a red person to all of you. I feel the Jagat as red. Then blue sheet came, red gone. Then I see Jagat as blue. Think. Similarly, when the Vishwa comes, then Jagrata Avastha identification comes, Sthula Shariram. Immediately I identify. When perceive the Jagat through Sthula Shariram, I am Vishwa. And that goes away. Not that I am sleeping, the psychological feeling is different in our case. Psychological feeling is that I am sleeping, I am eating, I am waking, I have dreamt. Nonsense it is all. Pakka nonsense. So I am the witness. So now presently the waking state is rolled, being rolled. Now then Taijasa will come. Then Prajna will come. So therefore, now what is happening? Atma essentially is not identified with any of these things, is it not? That Atman, when not identified, because we are used to in the chakra only, we are unable to come out of this chakra, wheel. We are shunted from Jagrata Avastha to Swapnavastha, Swapnavastha to Sushupti Avastha, Sushupti Avastha to Swapnavastha, Swapnavastha, Dvaya Swapnavastha, we wake up again, Jagrata Avastha. We are shunted here. I know one thing. When you are moving in a circle, to eject out of the circle, what should you do? Anyway. So now we are shunted from one place to one place. Meaning what? We are always identified. Without identification, I never exist. That's the problem. Here the teaching will come. He will take you first, you are this, you are that, he will tell. What is the problem with us? Either I am identified with Sthula Sharira, either I am identified with Sukshma Sharira, or I am identified with Karana Sharira. But is there anything, the fact that I am identified with this means that indicates that I am neither of these three. I am not of these three. समझ आ गया बात? The very fact clearly tells that means what you are you? You are a waker? No. You are a dreamer? No. You are a sleeper? No. The very fact that they are coming and going, and the very fact that you are constant in all these three, indicates you are neither of, you are not of any of these three. It's very clear. Now, do I know myself apart from Sthula Sharira consciousness, apart from Sukshma Sharira consciousness, identified Sukshma Sharira, apart from conditioned consciousness as Prajna? Do I know myself as none of these three, yet I exist in my own glory? Did we experience that state? No. But is that state somewhere far away? Is it fourth other than these three? No. That which is the substratum of each of these states. Bapre. So what is Turiyam? Turiyam is Shuddha Atma. Where is Turiyam? Which is always there. That means what? I must give up one identification with one avastha and not get identified with second avastha, then you are realized. Think. Therefore, na anta prajnam, na bahish prajnam, na ubhayata prajnam, na prajnam, na prajnam, shivam shantam satyam, shivam shantam, all those mantras is there, no? Chaturdham manyante sa atma. That is atma, which is fourth state of consciousness. So, this portion is like Mandukya portion only. Now, Vishwa is grossest, Taijasa is subtler, and still subtler is Prajna. Is it not? Therefore, what is Atma? I am still subtlest. I am subtlest. Sukshmat sukshmatarang jneyam tanme manas shiva sankalpamastu. I am subtler than the subtlest. So, therefore, this Turiya Atma is to be known. But now, the teacher cannot reveal Turiyam directly. Suppose suddenly the very first entrant of Vedanta, who has not studied no samskar in previous life also, you must have studied, you must have paggaye honge like Nisargadatta Maharaj. Only one satsang you attended in life and realized. We are not that pure. We need so many hammerings because our personality is dented. Nakasika paryantam. Nakasika paryantam means from toe to head. Naka toe. Head, Sikha. Nakasika paryantam, we are dented. Therefore, he cannot use the direct method. So, therefore, the methodology is Arundhati Darshana Nyaya is used here by Prajapati. What is Arundhati Darshana Nyaya? I don't know whether it is shown the Arundhati Nakshatra after wedding, after marriage to the couple. Is it shown in North India also? Anyway, humor apart. Arundhati दिखाते हैं. And Arundhati Vasishta are bipolar, bi-stars. Like, they round and round around each other. They travel like this. It's very beautiful. Meaning husband and wife should be like that. Anyway, Arundhati is invisible. Very, very small in size and shining, it is not visible in the sky. So what do? If one has to show Arundhati, what is the method I used? The Brahmana, what he will take? He will show the area first galaxy. In that galactic area, he will bring you to the Great Bear. And Great Bear from second star from the top is Vasishta. We will bring Vasishta. Then Vasishta ke bagal mein, see closely, you will find a small star shining. That is Arundhati. That is Arundhati, there is no doubt about it. That is our astronomical knowledge. What did they do? Gross first I told. Galactic area. Then I brought your attention still closed up to Great Bear. Then I took you to 7 stars mein, Great Bear mein. I took you to second star Vasishta. Third. and fourth is Arundhati. Stula, Sukshma, Karana, then fourth state is, I will show you, small twinkling star. That Arundhati ko namaskar karte hain. In the marriage function only. That is another big program. The sincere husbands will argue and say, दिख नहीं रहा बताओ देखने तक छोड़ूंगा नहीं. So tired husband, दिख गए और आगे बढ़ो. दिख गए. They cheat themselves like that. What are we trained? Vision from gross to subtlest. This is all the teaching method. First they will say Stula Atma, then Sukshma Atma, the Saupadika Atma, it is shown first. So therefore, instead of using the word Vishwaha in this mantra, so first you will talk Vishwa is Atma, Saupadika, Stula Sharira, Tadatmya, conditioned by Stula Sharira is Atma, you will say first. Here, in our Vedas and Upanishads, the particular word is used, is called Dakshinagni. That is what? He is called Akshipurushaha. Akshipurushaha. What is Akshipurusha means what? Vishwa only. One who is identified with Stula Sharira is called as here Akshipurusha. And Akshipurusha comes in many places. The one who is residing in Dakshinakshi Ubi. That is also in right eye. So, therefore, Vishwa, Mandukya Karika very clearly says, Dakshinakshi Mukhe Vishwaha. Where is Vishwa seated? In right eye. In right eye. Why Vishwa is called Akshipurushaha? Akshipurusha means one who is seen in the right eye, one who is seated in the right eye. Why? Who is Vishwa? Vishwa means one who is identified with the gross body. Is it not? We know. One who is identified with the gross body and one who is identified with through sense organs, he will experience the Jhan se suniyega. Don't think I know. He is identified with Panchendriyas and through Panchendriyas he is experiencing the outer world. Who? Vishwa. Who is Vishwa? One who is identified with Stula Sharira. I told no, Stula Sharira is rolled. Then I am identified with Stula Sharira. So whenever Atman identified with the Stula Shariram, experiencing the world, physical world, I am called as Vishwa. Okay? So, we experience Jagat only through sense organs. Body means sense organs only. Okay. Now, Shastra says, out of all the indriyas, which is more powerful indriya is eyes. Sarvendriyanam nayanam pradhanam. Have you heard this? You have not heard. In some families, in India, all these sutras are taught to children. Suppose in order to tell that eyes are important, they use this Sarvendriyanam nayanam pradhanam. Somewhere Shastra Pramana is there. Bachpan mein when we were really, suppose aankhon ke saath pukel kuch something, then they used to tell, hey, be careful with your eyes. Sarvendriyanam nayanam pradhanam. Eyes are very important. Protect it. So Sarvendriyanam nayanam pradhanam. But why? It is a Shastra Pramana is there for that. What is Shastra Pramana? That eyes are powerful, very important among all sense organs. Akshipurusha, the teaching we will say later on, Mantrartha we will see later on. So, what did he say, Prajapati? Akshipurusha is Atma. He said Akshipurusha is Atma. Now we are analyzing that. So that means what? Whose Indriya eyes are not there, it affects us more. This whole world is cut off, actually speaking. Think. Therefore, the Shastra again still further goes, that Shastra Pramana is there. Shastra says, even the eyes are very powerful, of course, Nayanam Pradhanam, eyes are important. Between these two eyes, right eye is more powerful. So, the right eye is called as Surya, left eye is called as Chandra. I am not bluffing. Shastra says, Upanishad says, there is Upasana also, Dakshinakshi Purusha Upasana is there. Brahma Sutra it is analyzed. The problem with our listeners is, whatever they heard first time they doubt. First वाक्य देख पढ़ता है ना कानों में, they doubt. क्या सही कह रहा है कि नहीं, हमने कहीं सुना नहीं. Means what? One's ignorance cannot be the प्रमाण. मैंने कभी नहीं सुना तो क्या है? तो हर चीज के लिए फर्स्ट टाइम तो होता ही है. So Dakshinakshi is very important. So where is Vishwa seated? Vishwa is seated in right eye. Right eye is more powerful. Vishwa is seated. So Dakshinakshi mukhe Vishwaha. Now mantra says, Atma is this one who is predominantly present in the eyes, he says. Etad abhayam amrutam brahmeti. So there means what? For all practical purposes, Vishwaha is translated Dakshinakshi Purushaha. The knower alone is this Atma. This knower alone, the one who knows Dakshinakshi Purushaha, that Dakshinakshi Purusha is there, no? That is Atma. He is the knower. He is the knower because he is knowing what? Jagat, Sthula Jagat. Are you understanding? Therefore, that knower is Atma. Who is the knower? Dakshinakshi Purushaha. That's it. So, see the mantra. Now the Bhashya, of course, Purvapakshi will ask the Bhashyakar. Purvapakshi will ask all the questions, but we will see, of course. So, therefore, Yaha Yesha Akshini Purusha Drushyate Yesha Atma iti Hovacha. Mula mantra. See, that person, Akshini Purusha, that is seen in the right eye. In the eye, he said. Dakshinakshi, of course, right eye is more powerful. Here, first, the person which is seen in the eye is this self. Who said? Prajapati. Atma iti hovacha etad amrutam abhayam etad brahma iti. This is immortal, this is fearless, and this is Brahman iti. I came to you to teach me self, and what Prajapati said? Prajapati said, Akshi Purushaha is Atma. Now, these people asked a question. Who? Indra and Virochana. What is Akshi Purushaha? Is Atma iti. Now, here a lot of discussion takes place in Bhashya. The question is, how can Brahmaji bluff like this? It's unfair, no? How can Brahmaji say that Akshipurusha is Brahman? Huh? Because Turiyam is Brahman, not Akshipurusha. How could Brahmaji Prajapati say like this? Akshipurusha is Atma. So what is the crux of the teaching? Prajapati wants to teach step by step. Like Arundhati, Nyaya, Galaxy, Great Bear, Vasishta, Arundhati. Right? So therefore, in Taittiriya Upanishad also, first the Bhruguvalli, slowly takes you inside. Anyontara Atma Pranamaya, Anyontara Atma Manomaya, Anyontara Atma Vijnanamaya. Slowly, Atma is taken as Pranamaya, then Manomaya Atma, then Vijnanamaya Atma, then Anandamaya Atma. There the Brahma Sutra, so much of talk is there. Discussion takes place. Anandamaya portion in Taittiriya Upanishad. So, from here, Ataha Ayam. So, here unfortunately, these people have misunderstood the teachings of Prajapati. Anyway, Athoha Yo Ayam Bhagavaha onwards. In the mantra, Atha Yoyam, Athoyam, Ataha Ayam Bhagavaha onwards. It is what? Response of Indra and Virochana. ठीक है? Response. Yoyam bhagavo apsu parikhyayate yaschayam adarshe katama yesha iti yesha. Up to there. Up to iti. Katama yesha iti. Understood? Mantra mein Yoyam bhagavo apsu parikhyayate yaschayam adarshe katama yesha iti. That inverted commas, or you can underline, this is the response of Indra and Virochana to the Upanishadic teaching of Prajapati, where he said the person who is seen in the eye is Brahman. Then they asked immediately, how did they misunderstood? This we will take up tomorrow. They misunderstood the teaching. How did they misunderstood the teaching? Very interesting. Why Bhagavan Shankaracharya Bhashya, what did he say? It is a Purvapakshi question. It is unfair to teach like that to the students. It is very unfair. So all that we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai.